Let me know when you're ready. It feels great to be back here. I love Britain. I love being here. I mean, I legitimately love it. I'm not just being like, "Well, I love to be here. It's great to be here." I haven't been here since a gig in London like 3 years ago, and I'm doing a lot more of the UK than I've ever done before. It's literally like 30 cities in the UK and Northern Ireland, or in sorry, Britain and Northern Ireland. Brendan B. Brown from Wheatus is a longtime fan of mine, and he actually was working with my ex girlfriend, who is a rapper in a band called Handjob Academy from Brooklyn, and apparently like totally freaked out when she said, "Oh yeah, you know Mike Doughty is that guy, is my boyfriend." I actually like sort of introduced the topic to him, like, I know you do these tours of the UK and you guys are big over there. I'd love to go. And he was like, dude, anytime. And so they're actually backing me up, which has been fantastic. The last time I played with a band was, I guess, like 2 years ago. I had a little trio with Catherine Popper, who plays with Jack White and Willie Nelson and Pete Wilhoit. And we did a whole tour of soul coughing songs, like a soul coughing retrospective tour. Circa like 92, I was working at the Knitting Factory, which it's been a bunch of different places under that name, but at the time it was this little sort of avant-garde jazz place on the Lower East Side. I was skinny kid kicking out drunks, taking money from people, the whole sort of downtown New York 90s stuff. I mean, there's great artists there. There will always be great artists in New York, but it's really different, and it took me a long time to come to grips with the fact that it's just changed beyond recognition for me. For me, I mean, everybody's got a totally different idea of what New York is, and everybody thinks it was at its best when they first moved there 20 years ago. So you shouldn't even listen to me, but that's my take. I moved to Memphis, Tennessee from New York because it's cheap. It's like, I hate to say it, but it's like a hipster town, sort of a low down, grimy, vibey little town. Looks like a Jim Jarmusch movie, basically. New York is kind of tenable for somebody like me who's already got a career, but in terms of young artists in America, like what are they going to do in New York other than, lose all their money paying a ridiculous amount of rent and, all this other kind of nonsense that goes with the expensiveness in New York. I met the guys in Soul Coughing as they played with various people in the scene down there. It was very sort of familial down there. Like people would be playing in each other's bands, and everybody was doing like 20 different things, and it was incestuous and great. I start with just phrases that I'm writing down in a notebook, either through just straight up journaling or stuff that I just sort of hear in the world or see in a newspaper headline, overhear somebody say. And then I'll have a process of writing guitar parts and melodies. And once I'm in that, I'll go to the notebooks and pick stuff out of there and sort of see what fits. It's not really like I write one before the other. It's kind of like one matches to the other, and a melody will suggest some words, or some words will suggest a melody, and it's that kind of back and forth. Yeah. In terms of the solo stuff I do, I think there's definitely a route to solo songwriter guitar players like Ani DeFranco, Billy Bragg, and John Lee Hooker in a big way. John Lee Hooker is amazing in terms of the stuff he did as one guy by himself with a guitar and his foot tapping, just like the funkiest rhythm section in the world is John Lee Hooker's foot. I got an email from Wayne Kramer from the MC5. You know, he had read my book, which was like amazing, and I was like, I've been like trying to work up the courage to ask him to write some songs for some time. I'd love to write with that guy because it would be so weird, like Soul Coughing guy and the guy from the MC5 writing songs together. If I could join a band, I mean, I would love to join John Coltrane's classic quartet, but I would be terrible in it. I would be like, I mean, I know that I would bring nothing to the party, but I would be in the band. I'd be on stage with them, listening to them, and that would be plenty.